time to be set apart. In the book of Joshua, Rahab knew what it meant to be set apart. She knew that to be saved from the siege, she needed a distinguishing mark. She had already gone through the realization step. She had reached rock bottom and saw that Jesus was the only solution. In chapter 2, verse 11, she says, as soon as we heard these things, our hearts did melt. For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven above and in earth beneath. She had completed the return process. Hiding the spy signaled that she wanted to make a change in her life. And when she hung that red cord from her window on that fateful day, she sealed her decision to reform her life forever. Reformation, it means to make improvements, to do better, to be better. Christianity today has a black eye. Of all the world religions, none is more disrespected. The news today is full of stories of clerical misdeeds, but you don't even have to read it. You hear it from people everywhere. They don't want Christianity because they see the world in the church. They don't see a difference between us and them. In its effort to become more attractive to the world, Christianity today has lost its true appeal. How can we offer the world something it already has? Some religions understand that branding is important. The first step in brand recognition is a distinguishing mark. Look at the Amish in Pennsylvania, horses and buggies, and no modern machines. And how about the head coverings of Muslim women? And we've all seen the young Mormon men on bikes in our neighborhoods with black ties and white shirts. You know exactly who these groups are every time when you see them. We also have a directive to stand out. 2 Corinthians 6:17 says, wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord. And in messages to young people, inspiration agrees. If they will have a true and saving influence, let them live out their profession and make the distinction great between the Christian and the world. I saw that the words, the dress, and action should tell for God. Unbelievers will see that the truth we profess has a holy influence. So, if you believe the truth, it should make a change in your life.
Amen.
The world needs to see a clear difference in God's people. They need to see a people who make no allowances for the commandments of men.
All right.
They need to see a people who will call out, thus saith the Lord, for everything they call true.
Amen.
Jesus asked his disciples two questions in Matthew 16:13. Who do others say I am? Who do you say I am? His question suggests that there should be a distinction between the world's view of him and the Christian view. And that distinction should show in how we present ourselves to the world. Paul says in 1 Corinthians 10:31, whatsoever therefore ye eat and drink, or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God.
All right.
Our diet, dress, and entertainment should all glorify God as they point to our belief in and obedience to his word.
Yeah.
This is where our brand recognition comes in. So, what is the branding of a true SDA Christian? How should we look? What should we watch or listen to? What places should we go to? Life and death, heaven and hell, depend on the answers to these questions. Jesus said in Matthew 5:28, whosoever shall look upon a woman to lust after her has committed adultery already with her in his heart. We all have a duty, men and women, to dress in a way that glorifies God and not our own bodies.
All right.
One minister said that our clothes should frame our faces and not our figures. God knows that health of the mind can be a channel or block to right actions. That's why he set standards for diet in Leviticus 11. The first test of the newly freed Israelites was on diet and obedience. Manna fell on 5 days, with a double portion given on the sixth. Exodus 16:4 says that God wanted to prove whether the Jews would walk in his law or no. We also have dietary standards that for decades put us ahead of the world because they come straight from our Creator. Seventh-day Adventists used to lead the world in good health, but now modern medicine leads us. Although the world knows that blood carries disease, the stovepipes of true believers are still filled with flesh meat. Testimonies Volume 2, page 64 states, the intellectual, moral, and and physical powers are lowered by the habitual use of flesh meat. Your safest course is to let meat alone. And it goes even deeper. In Counsels on Diet and Health, page 73, we read, God has shown that health reform is as closely connected with the third angel's message as the hand is with the body. Sobering, isn't it? That what you eat could actually affect whether you receive the mark of the beast or the seal of God. And don't forget the diet of the mind. What we allow to entertain us can bring us closer to God or drive us further from Him.